Have you ever felt like you're stuck in an endless loop? Like no matter how hard you try, you always end up with the same results: frustrated, overwhelmed, or just stagnant? What if I told you that the difference between highly successful people and everyone else isn't luck, talent, or intelligence? It's habits, small daily actions that compound over time to create extraordinary lives. Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People isn't just a book, it's a blueprint for transformation. But knowing these habits isn't enough. You have to live them. And today, we're diving deep into each one, uncovering how they work and how you can start applying them right now to take control of your future. Let's begin. Imagine this. 2 people lose their jobs on the same day. One spends months complaining, blaming the economy, their boss, even the universe. The other immediately starts looking for opportunities, learning new skills, reaching out to contacts, even considering launching their own business. Which person do you think will bounce back faster? That's the difference between reactive and proactive people. Reactive people let circumstances control them. They blame, complain, and wait for things to change. But proactive people, they take responsibility. They ask, "What can I do?" instead of, "Why is this happening to me?" Covey explains that we all have a circle of influence, things we can control, like our mindset, skills, and actions. And then there's a circle of concern, things we can't control, like government policies, inflation, or other people's behavior. The key: stop focusing on what you can't change and start mastering what you can. Identify one thing you've been complaining about lately. Now ask yourself, what action can I take instead? Train yourself to reframe situations. Instead of saying, "I have to do this," say, "I choose to do this," because you always have a choice. Picture this: you're attending a funeral. The atmosphere is heavy, people are quietly reflecting. Then you step forward to look at the casket, and you realize it's your funeral. What are people saying about you? How will you be remembered? This is one of the most powerful exercises Covey teaches. It forces you to ask, am I living in alignment with the person I want to be? Habit number 2 is to begin with the end in mind, which means considering what one wants to achieve in life and aligning actions with those goals, such as being a good spouse or adding value to society. Most people drift through life, reacting to circumstances without a clear direction. But effective people start with the end in mind. They define their goals, who they want to become, what they want to contribute, and work backward. Apply this by write your own eulogy. It sounds morbid, but it's one of the most eye-opening things you'll ever do. Set a personal mission statement. What values do you want to live by? What impact do you want to have? Make decisions based on the big picture. Before saying yes to something, ask, does this align with my ultimate vision? If I asked you what's most important in your life, you'd probably say things like health, relationships, and personal growth. But now, ask yourself, does my daily schedule reflect these priorities? Habit number 3 is to put first things first, which involves prioritizing what is truly important, such as well-being, relationships, and personal growth, over less important tasks like organizing papers or watching TV. Covey explains that most people spend their time on urgent but unimportant tasks, emails, meetings, distractions, while neglecting important but not urgent tasks like exercising, deep work, and quality time with loved ones. Effective people flip this dynamic. They focus on what truly matters before anything else. Apply this by use Covey's time management matrix. Quadrant 1, urgent and important, crises, deadlines, with handle immediately. Quadrant 2, not urgent and important, exercise, planning, deep work, with prioritize daily. Quadrant 3, urgent and not important, interruptions, minor requests, with delegate or minimize. Quadrant 4, not urgent and not important, mindless scrolling, busy work, with eliminate. In a world that glorifies competition, many people operate with a scarcity mindset, believing that for them to win, someone else has to lose. But truly effective people embrace a win-win mindset. Imagine two authors with similar audiences. One could see the other as a rival, writing negative reviews to damage their reputation. But the wiser choice? Supporting each other. When one shares the other's book, both gain new readers. Life isn't a zero-sum game. There's enough success, happiness, and opportunity for everyone. Apply this by shift from competition to collaboration. Who in your life could you support instead of seeing as a rival? In negotiations, stop asking, "How do I win?" and start asking, "How can we both win?" Most people don't listen to understand. They listen to respond. They're just waiting for their turn to talk. But truly effective people, they seek to understand first. Habit number 5 is to seek first to understand, then to be understood, which is a principle that can be applied to every interaction and comment. And it involves trying to comprehend the other person's perspective before seeking to be understood oneself. Next time someone is talking, pause. Don't just hear the words, listen deeply. Ask questions. Show that you care. When people feel heard, they're more open to understanding you in return. Apply this by, in your next conversation, challenge yourself to listen without interrupting. Before disagreeing, summarize the other person's point to show you truly understand. Synergy is when two forces combine to create something greater than the sum of their parts. Think of two people trying to reach apples on a tree. Alone, neither can reach them. But if one stands on the other's shoulders, they can pick them all. That's synergy. Habit number 6 is to synergize, which means to combine the strengths of individuals to achieve something greater than what could be achieved alone. And it involves looking for opportunities to create synergy with others. The most successful people don't try to do everything alone. They collaborate, leveraging the strengths of others to achieve greater success. In the business world, tech companies often form strategic partnerships to enhance innovation. Apple and Nike collaborated to create fitness tracking technology. By working together, they achieved more than they could have separately. Look for opportunities to create synergy in your own life. Whether at work, in friendships, or personal projects, ask, how can we work together to create something bigger? A man is struggling to cut down a tree. A neighbor suggests sharpening the saw, but he refuses, saying he's too busy cutting. It sounds foolish, yet we do this all the time. Habit number 7 is to sharpen the saw, which means to take care of oneself and prioritize self-improvement, whether it be physical, mental, or emotional, as neglecting self-care can lead to decreased effectiveness, and it is essential to make time for activities that promote personal growth, such as reading or exercise. We're too busy to exercise, then wonder why our health declines. We don't make time for learning, then feel stuck in our careers. Highly effective people understand that investing in themselves, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, is not a luxury, but a necessity. Ask yourself, what are you doing to sharpen your saw? Are you reading, exercising, meditating, or improving your skills? If not, it's time to start. The 7 habits aren't just rules to follow, they're a way of life. The key to transformation isn't reading about them, but practicing them daily. Be proactive, stop waiting, and take responsibility. Begin with the end in mind. Align your actions with your true goals. Put first things first. Prioritize what matters most. Think win-win, collaborate rather than compete. Seek first to understand. Become a better listener. Synergize, Work with others for greater results. Sharpen the saw. Never stop growing. Start small. Pick one habit today and implement it. Over time, these habits will compound, and before you know it, you'll become the most effective version of yourself. And remember, personal growth isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Keep moving forward. If this video brought you value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Let's grow together.